We begin with developments in the Middle East. At least 31 Palestinians have been killed and many more wounded in Israeli tank fire as they waited to get aid, according to Gaza's Hamas-run health ministry. These images show people being rushed to the Nasser hospital in the aftermath. A number of sources in Rafah say that earlier, as thousands of people gathered at an aid distribution centre, Israeli tanks fired. A British surgeon in Gaza said there was a mass casualty incident. But the US-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, which is in charge of distributing aid at the centre, says the reports are false and fabricated. Well, the exact details remain unclear. Israel's government doesn't allow international journalists to report from inside Gaza. The Israeli army says it's currently unaware of injuries caused by IDF fire within the aid distribution site. Well, to get more on developments there, let's go live to Jerusalem and join our Middle East regional editor, Sebastian Usher. Sebastian, a lot of conflicting reports we're hearing. What more do we know about what exactly happened?
Well, the original reports that we had from quite early in the morning were pretty clear from Palestinian sources in Rafah, in the area where they say this incident took place. The numbers of those who are said to have been killed or wounded has risen during the day. As you say, the health ministry in Gaza, which is run by Hamas, has given as its latest figure for those killed in Rafah, near apparently an aid distribution centre, is at least 31, and more than 100 or 150 people wounded. There was also an incident at another aid distribution centre, according to Palestinian sources in Gaza, the Netzarim corridor, which is higher up in the centre of Gaza, and there were casualties reported from there. We've heard from doctors in one of the main hospitals, the Nasser hospital, where casualties have been taken today, that they had received around 200 people who had been wounded in incidents during the day, and that many of those, a doctor has been telling us on the BBC, had wounds that were from bullets. Now, as you were saying in your introduction here, the group which distributes aid, the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, has essentially denied these reports flat out, saying that they're false, that they're fabricated, that no one was injured or shot at near either of these two aid distribution points, and that these are lies, essentially, that have been fermented by Hamas. Now, we haven't had a particularly long comment from the Israeli army as yet officially. They have simply said that the incident is under review, but they were unaware of any incident where injuries have been caused by Israeli fire. We have heard, one of my colleagues has been contacted by an IDF soldier in Rafah, essentially saying that from what he has seen, it's not true, that there was no shooting of people at this aid distribution centre there, and that the reports are not correct. So it is unclear what the situation is. What seems certain, what we know, is that there have again been a large number of casualties who've been brought into hospitals in the area in Gaza, near where these incidents are said to have happened. We've had a number of fatalities, again, as we've seen each day. And the issue around this new mechanism of distributing aid through this group, the Gaza Humanitarian Fund, has again been put into question by these incidents. Although, as I say, the foundation itself has said that the reports, not just today, but other reports that have been over the last 2 or 3 days since they became operational, have been false.
OK, Sebastian Usher, of course, we wait to hear more about what is happening on the ground there. But for the moment, thank you very much for sharing some much needed context on all of those developments.